All right, ape holders, XMAX Trading here, and wanted to go over the controversy surrounding the AMC vote and dilution and what that means, according to Adam Aaron, the CEO himself. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button on this video, so I can keep making content for all the ape holders out there, so we can make a lot of money and hack the stock market. Not financial advice. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, CEO Adam Aaron, uh, right here in his initial statements, is saying smartly issuing equity, as AMC did in January, May, and June, can fundamentally strengthen the company and benefit shareholders. Due to AMC raising 1.25 billion in the past 45 days, S&P has upgraded AMC's credit rating on Thursday to another important step forward. This is June 13th. So he's mentioning the fact that, um, the raising equity, issuing more shares, getting that cash for the company has increased AMC's credit rating, strengthened the company. It's the short story was that it's going to go bankrupt, and that's not going to happen. The reason why, because AMC and other companies were in this unique situation of the pandemic, and then the Fed printing tons of liquidity to keep the market strong and not have a huge depression collapse. So a lot of hedge funds thinking that AMC was going to go bankrupt, but it didn't. It got through the pandemic. It has a lot of debt, but the business is coming back. People want to go out to the movies and don't want to be stuck indoors. If you've been indoors for a year and a half, do you want to watch movies indoors? No, you want to go somewhere else, get an amazing experience, even go to IMAX. This is not financial advice, but it seems like a lot of people would want to do that versus staying indoors. They want that whole movie experience. He goes on to say voting for the July 29th AMC shareholder meeting begins today. So this is June 16th. It's about 5 days ago. If you own shares on June 2nd, you're eligible to vote. If you do not receive a proxy from us by next week, contact your brokerage firm. Some European brokers, shame on them, do not let their clients vote. It's a weird thing, offshore voting and in American companies, that European countries don't allow them to vote. It's kind of weird. Here are the details. He goes on, details of the voting. The Board of Management believes that voting for all of the resolutions is in the best interest of AMC shareholders. Contact DF King if you have to record your vote. Sometimes your broker will also give you a link for the vote, because I voted last time, the last vote, which I think was in May, if I remember correctly. And so I did it all online through the TD Ameritrade online. And sometimes I just email them. If you can't find it, you email your brokerage and say, I'm looking for the vote. Where is it at? And then so that's part 2 of 3. Part 3 of 3 up here. You have until July 28th to do so, but please make sure to vote. So voting is very important. Whatever your opinion on these matters, be vocal and vote. Let your view be heard and play an important role in the future of AMC. So I think he's doing the right thing as CEO to promote voting by the shareholders. 80% of the shareholders are retail. Maybe even more than that, because we've bought up a lot of these fake shares. And the theory behind, CEO Adam Aaron having his showing his shorts, his boxer shorts during Trey's trade, is as kind of a hint at naked shorts that may be in the market, and potentially, as we've seen before, potentially 80%, 90% of the actual float, not quite double the float, but a little bit less than that, could be the actual number of synthetic shares out there. So voting allows, in theory, to count the real votes, or at least count all the votes, and then come back and say, hey, we have way more shares out there who are receiving voting materials than should be allowed. And that could be another strong piece of evidence of these fake and synthetic shares on the dark pools, shares being shorted more than once or borrowed more than once. So voting is very, very critical. Not financial advice, but voting is important. So we all encourage you to do that. Let's see if there's any other comments. Yeah, so the controversy is reading your comments on authorizing the 25 million shares. Some fear this could spark short-term dilution. Proposal 1 clearly says the authorization cannot go into effect until January 1st, 2022. A full 6.5 months share trading away. No immediate dilution is possible. Um, and then he goes on to say only if shareholders approve, we can use 25 million new shares starting in 22 and beyond for acquisitions, investments in growth, paying down debt, increasing cash, all which would strengthen AMC. Voting no and you deprive AMC of a major tool to drive success on your behalf. What's interesting is that I think others have commented that AMC already has close to $2 billion now in liquid cash reserves. I have to go check that number, but roughly 1.5 or 2 billion in cash reserves ready for the business. They don't face a bankruptcy issue, and so I think a lot of people are really concerned about further potential for dilution starting in 2022. And there's also documents I think AMC has provided that some of those shares could be used to close out short positions. This is a lot of retail investors concerned that this could give hedge funds a way out or give hedge funds some form of hope that they can survive, AMC price increase if they're going to dilute it in January sometime, by 25 million shares. 25 million out of, 513 is about 5%, I think, is 10% of 500 million roughly. It's 50 million, so it's another round of dilution. CEO Adam Aarons diluted before, in the best interest of the company, but as shareholders, we have a right to decide if we want to continue to do that or not. And some people want AMC to be a strong company, but also they want the short squeeze. They want the short squeeze to happen, and they want it to be as forceful as possible, so that everyone benefits except for the hedge funds who have really shorted the heck out of this stock. So it's something that's causing a lot of controversy. So let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you're going to vote for dilution or not. And sometimes it's a matter of, do you need this short squeeze really badly, or do you prefer AMC to get even stronger? Still hurting the shorts. The short sellers' story on AMC, which has been told by the media and the FUD trying to get you out of AMC and it's a bad company. No, it's not. It's getting stronger. But could this dilution somehow hurt the squeeze? So let me know what you think. And until next time, stay safe.